we're going to just do a quick read for everybody. We're going to do a read on the, finally the retrograde is over. That one was a doozy. So, Scorpio, you have the Temperance card here. Temperance is is kind of like cause and effect. He's got these two cups here that he's passing back and forth. The water, he's trying to turn water into wine. And I do feel like you are trying to improve something, probably something that didn't work out for you. I mean, it's like the typical story for you, Scorpio. You end with the Nine of Swords and the Judgment card as your outcome, which we're going to talk about. But, it's almost like I always feel for you, Scorpio, that you could be revisiting something that you used to work on in your life. And this could be like a business or, could be love, for example. It could be pretty much anything that you've been working on. And I feel like you have revisited something literally, probably before the retrograde. I feel this is something that maybe you've been working on for about a year or so. For some of you, less, of course, take it how it resonates. But if you have been trying to breathe new life into an old idea or something that you've done before, then I definitely feel this reading is for you. I think maybe the first time that you did something, you didn't get the results you desire, and now you are getting the results you desire, or you are doing something to improve the results you get from whatever it is that you're working on or working towards here. The Temperance card is like right here is the path to glory, and there's this crown right up here. And so the path to glory is some sort of accomplishment or getting your crown or getting something that you deserve. But he's kind of like standing in the water there, and he's pouring the water back and forth. But he could just get off on that path. He could just go towards that crown, and he could accomplish his goal if he just started moving. And so I feel for a lot of you that this is kind of like saying that you need to, I kind of feel like Scorpio is very similar to Capricorn right now. I feel that Scorpio needs to really make sure that they're making, 110% commitments to the things that they're working on. Like, you can't just stick your toes in the water and expect things to work. I feel you have to, cannonball into the deep end. I think you have to make that full 110% commitment to things. I also feel that's, and here you go, by the way. Your next card is the Fool, but I think that you need to also trust your intuition with even though the Fool isn't necessarily intuitive. He's been through the whole entire major arcana. His sleeves are tattered because he has done this before. He has gone on the journey that he's about to go on before, which means he's been through the High Priestess. He's been through all the Magician even can be intuitive. He's been through all the cards before. So it's like you've been on a journey before. And maybe there were moments where you didn't listen to your intuition or whatever, and you should have. But now you can listen to your intuition. So it's almost like maybe you have fears. It kind of reminds me, I was talking to someone, I can't remember which podcast it was, but we were basically talking about love and how, there are people who are afraid of being betrayed. Like, a lot of people are afraid of being cheated on or their person leaving them. But, like I said to the person on the podcast, I was like, really, people tell us who they are right away up front, and there are probably things that you didn't notice or you didn't pay attention to that now you can notice, right? If you pay attention to those things. And so it's like, yes, you have to take a risk again if you want love, but it's like you learned something the last time, and as long as you don't ignore it, then you can take the full leap of faith. You can jump in and not get hurt because you should be paying attention now. You didn't the last time, which is fine. I make mistakes every single day of my life, right? We all don't pay attention. And now it's time for you to kind of look at something you want and not be afraid of what it is that you want to jump into. I literally feel that's what the Fool is saying in your reading. Like, it's time for you to not be afraid of something because you will be successful if you take the leap of faith. Again, your outcome was 2 cards. You have the Nine of Swords and the Judgment card. The Nine of Swords is a never-ending nightmare. So the Nine of Swords can say that you've experienced some sort of never-ending nightmare that you are rebirthing here with the Judgment card. But the difference here is that with the Judgment card, these people are rising up out of these coffins. The coffin kind of represents their old life. Outside the coffin is their new life. And in a lot of ways, all they have to do is step out of their old life. They have to, end their old patterns, the old things that they have experienced, the old around situations, the old nightmares. They have to put those things to rest so that they can be successful in their new life. And that's what I feel for you, Scorpio. I feel like you are revisiting something here, but you're kind of doing it in a different way. And also you're making the full commitment, which is exactly what I think you should be doing here, Scorpio.